guys, so this is question number 1 from your PVnRT UT quest that I'm going to work out with you. Remember that you have your own numbers, so whenever you are working this out with me, make sure that you are using your own values from your question. Don't try to enter my values because then you're going to get the question wrong. So for this question, it's asking, what is the volume of 0.0700 grams? So this, anything that I write in red is going to be numbers that we have different. Anything that's in blue is stuff that we have the same. So we're all being asked what the volume is, but we all have different masses. Mine is 0.0700 grams of C2H2F4. I have no idea what this compound is, but that's actually kind of irrelevant right now. But we all do have the same strange compound, and it is a vapor. And mine is at 0.973 atmospheres and 22.2 degrees Celsius. You will have a different pressure and a different temperature. And then it wants us to answer the question in units of liters. So I'm going to do what I always do when I start these, and I'm going to write down everything that I know. So the question says, what is the volume? So volume equals question mark of 0.0700 grams. Well, I know that grams is a measurement of mass. So I have a mass of 0.0700 grams. I know that I have C2H2F4. Get a feeling that that's going to be important in a little bit. I also know that my pressure is going to be equal to 0.973 atmospheres. And I have a temperature of 22.2 degrees Celsius. And hopefully at this point you're getting into the habit of, as soon as you see Celsius, you know that you need to convert that into Kelvin. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and this becomes 295.2 Kelvin. Now looking at this, I see that I have volume, mass, pressure, and temperature. I don't have any second volumes or second pressures or second temperatures, so I know that I'm not going to be using the combined gas law. And since I do only have one of everything and I have mass, I know that more than likely I'm going to be using that version of PVnRT that contains mass in molar mass, which is where this compound comes in, because I am going to need its molar mass. And to find the molar mass of this compound, you just take 2 times the mass of carbon, which is 12.01, plus 2 times the mass of hydrogen, which is 1.008, plus 4 times the mass of fluorine, which is 19. And that all adds up to 102.04 grams per mole. So I'm going to put that in down here. And now I can see I have all the pieces that I need. So I'm going to write out my formula. PV big M equals little m RT. And I am solving for volume. So I'm going to divide both sides by pressure and molar mass so that my pressures cancel and my molar masses cancel. And now I can plug in my values. So for mass, I have my 0.0700 times R. Now R is my gas constant. And on your formula chart, there's a lot of different versions to R, and they're all dependent on what your units for pressure are. So my units for pressure are atmospheres, which means I'm going to use the 0.0821. And then times my temperature in Kelvin, which is 295.2. And then I'm going to divide that by my pressure and my molar mass. So my pressure was 0.973, and all of us have the same molar mass of 102.04. And you take this and you plug this into your calculator, paying careful attention to watch your order of operations down here on the bottom, and I get that my volume is equal to 0.017087,332. Now, of course, if this was not a UT quest, then we would round this to the correct number of sig figs. And looking at the numbers that we have up here, I see I've got 3 sig figs here, I've got 3 here, I've got 3 here. And so I would, if this was not a UT quest, I would round this to 3 sig figs. So this is not a sig fig, so I'd go 1, 2, 3, round according to this guy, So it would become 0.0171, and the units on that are liters. But because this is a UT quest, I would go ahead and enter this entire thing. So UT quest gets the whole not rounded answer. Real world would get the sig fig answer.